Get your taste buds ready for a feast as we are bringing you the best of the Pacific Northwest. Are you craving a killer Dungeness crab dinner? Don't miss our mouth-watering crab dinners, but remember, they're in high demand. Purchase yours ahead of time at crabfestival.org to guarantee you get a taste of this festival favorite. And that's not all. We're excited to have 6 local restaurants represented in the big tent, and a variety of food trucks and booths outside. From gourmet bites to sweet treats, we've got something for everyone. Visit crabfestival.org for a full listing of food options, weekend schedule, lots of live music, and more. See you there, October 11th through the 13th.
Newsradio KONP Business.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. If you're starting a new job, going into the office could pay off. Research from business consulting firm Robert Half has found that for jobs that can be done remotely, 2/3 of hiring managers are willing to pay more for new hires to be in the office. About 6 in 10 managers offer as much as 20% more in starting pay to those willing to be in the office 4 to 5 days a week. When people voluntarily change jobs, it's usually for more money or better opportunities, but changing jobs can cost you tens of thousands of dollars in retirement savings. Vanguard has found the majority of people who change jobs wind up putting less money into their 401ks because many either forget to sign up for the plan or get auto-enrolled at a lower rate. The Wall Street Journal says that could mean $300,000 less in retirement savings. Ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street, stock futures are lower. Steve Potusk, Bloomberg Radio.
We check the roads next, brought to you by Angelus Furniture and McCrory Carpet One.
Huge savings are going on right now at Angelus Furniture. The spectacular fall sale brings discounts on so many models of Beautyrest mattresses. You'll pay only $8.99 for the Beautyrest Select Medium Queen Set. The Harmony Cayman Medium Queen Set is just $12.49 right now. And the Harmony Luxe Empress Firm Queen is just $19.49. Get the refreshing sleep you deserve tonight on your new Beautyrest mattress at Angelus Furniture, 1114 East 1st Street.
Sensitive to dust, mold, or allergens? Breathe easier at McCrory Carpet One thanks to their healthier living installation system that features cleaner installation practices. Their HEPA vacuum system removes the old dust, and a Heathenex antimicrobial treatment is used before they install your new floor. If it's new carpeting in your home, they include their hypoallergenic premium cushion that inhibits the growth of mold and mildew. Best of all, there's no extra charge for this healthier install. Only at McCrory Carpet One.
Newsradio KONP. Traffic and roads.
All right, let's head up to Clallam Transit's dispatch center, top of the truck route here in Port Angeles. That's where Sheila's standing by with a look at the roads for us on a Monday morning. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, everyone. Well, we've had no reported issues or accidents on our roadways this morning. The Hood Canal Bridge is open to traffic at this time with no scheduled closures. All the Clallam Transit buses are on their regular routes. If you'd like ferry information, go to WSDOT website for real-time info. This is Sheila live at Clallam Transit reporting for KONP.
All right, thanks, Sheila. Just popped over there as well, and no problems on the ferries yet this Monday morning, so that's good news if you're heading into Seattle needing a ferry. Right now, weather-wise, temperatures at least across the North Peninsula. As we take a look at the east end, Port Townsend now is at 44 degrees. Out west at Forks, also 44. Squims at 41. It's 45 in downtown Port Angeles. And out at Fairchild Airport, checking in at 43 degrees.
Now, the Success Journal. Here's Chris Whitting.
2 guys named Jerry and Lou dreamed of making it big in business. So they founded a cosmetics company which they named National Mineral. Being men, they knew little about women's makeup. So they tried selling a product that seemed foolproof. It was a facial mud pack. But the company name soon turned to mud. Customers hated the old-fashioned product. Jerry and Lou tried again, this time with a shampoo that rinsed clean. The new product was a shining success. Maybe you use it. It's called Suave Shampoo. Jerry Gidwitz and Lou Stein also came up with a friendlier company name. National Mineral Company became a name you know, Helene Curtis. Helene Curtis is now worth a real fortune. With the Success Journal, I'm Chris Whitting.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or diabetes, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Newsradio KONP.
And here's a look at some things that happened on this date in history. October 7th in 1765, the Stamp Act Congress convened in New York to address colonial grievances against England. 1913, the first moving assembly line began operation at the Ford Motor Company factory in Highland Park, Michigan. In 1916, Georgia Tech defeated Cumberland University, get this, 222-0. The most lopsided victory in college football history. 1968, the Motion Picture Association of America adopted the film rating system. On this date, 1982, Cats opened on Broadway, where it ran for almost 18 years. In 1985, Palestinian gunmen hijacked the Italian cruise ship Achille Lauro. 1992, U.S., Canada, and Mexico trade representatives initialed the North American Free Trade Agreement. On this date, 1996, the Fox News Channel made its debut. 1998, Matthew Shepard was beaten and tied to a fence outside Laramie, Wyoming, where he died 5 days later. In 2001, the U.S. invasion of Afghanistan began. 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger was elected governor of California. In 2006, a Chinese man hiding from police for 8 years turns himself in after living in a cave behind his house. In 2012, Drew Brees broke the NFL record for consecutive games with a touchdown pass. In 2018, Jodie Whittaker debuted as the first female doctor in Doctor Who on TV. And of course, 1 year ago on this date, Hamas launched an attack on Israel, marking the start of the current Israel-Hamas war. Birthdays today on the celebrity front. TV personality Joe Behar from The View is 82 today. Singer John Mellencamp, 73. Russian leader Vladimir Putin turns 72. Cellist Yo-Yo Ma is 69. Simon Cowell is 65 today. And singer Toni Braxton turns 57.
Hi, I'm Kevin Vanderweg, State Senator representing the Olympic Peninsula. This November, I'm asking you to vote for Randy Johnson, Clown County Commissioner. Randy has a history of working with people from all political affiliations. He has ran successful businesses and also advocated for social programs at the county level. Randy is passionate about Clown County. Vote Randy Johnson, Clown County Commissioner.
Paid for by the committee to elect Randy Johnson.
It's time for your Port of PA Today.
Hello, I am Commissioner Steve Burke with the Port of Port Angeles. I am here with Dave Walter, CEO of CRTC, Composite Recycling Technology Center. A lot of people don't know what CRTC does here in Port Angeles.
The CRTC is celebrating our 9th year in Port Angeles. We use innovation to leverage the potential of undervalued materials and waste streams to create durable, environmentally conscious products. Because carbon fiber is as strong as steel at about a quarter of the weight, we use it to manufacture our ProNet semi-permanent pickleball net, which we market in conjunction with Selkirk Sport, who is the global leader in pickleball equipment. The ProNet is used at many of the professional pickleball tournaments that people might see on TV. As you know, pickleball has really exploded in popularity, so it is super exciting to think that Port Angeles is now at the forefront of pickleball net technology.
This has been your Port of PA Today.
From the depths of the standings in year one, Big Rig!
Excited to feel your energy in the building, and let's go Kraken.
Jaden Schwartz!
It's exciting times here in Seattle, and it's fun for us to be a part of this.
Yanni Gord!
We know you guys are going to cheer us on, and we just wanted to say how much we appreciate you. We love you guys, so see you out there.
This is your home for Seattle Kraken hockey.
Let's go Kraken. The Kraken are back on KONP again this season. First game this Tuesday, 1 p.m. as the Kraken take on St. Louis.
For the Washington State News Network, I'm Rob Francis. Tens of millions of dollars set aside to protect schools from earthquakes is not getting spent, and the state senator from the 13th District wants to know why.
I am very, very frustrated. It was a bipartisan agreement, and there has been only $1 million of that $140 million has been spent.
Senator Judy Warnick also said very little of the $140 million allocated by the state legislature in 2022 to seismically upgrade schools has reached the districts. Human remains that were found in a suitcase at a Seattle homeless camp last week are being identified. 37-year-old Shannon Marie Caslin Reeder was known to live in the area of the camp where her body was found, near the I-5 and I-90 interchange. The last time someone saw her was November of last year. Anyone with information regarding Shannon's disappearance is asked to contact Washington State Patrol. And Avista said they will lower the level in 9 Mile Reservoir to allow for work to be done on the dam. They'll drop the water level 12 feet beginning today through October 12th. Avista says the drawdown is necessary to complete maintenance and other repairs. For more on these stories and a number of others, download the WSNN mobile app free through the Google Play and the Apple stores. You can also visit our website anytime at WashingtonStateNews.net.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The top sustained winds, 120 miles per hour. Hurricane Milton, now a Category 3 storm, headed toward Florida's west coast. Milton could make landfall on Wednesday in the Tampa Bay area and remain a hurricane as it moves across central Florida out into the Atlantic. A state emergency declaration covers 51 Florida counties. This less than 2 weeks after catastrophic Hurricane Helene swamped the Gulf Coast. Israel marks the first anniversary of the horrific Hamas terror attack. A solemn ceremony at a settlement not far from the Nova Music Festival site, where so many civilians were brutalized, some of them abducted, others killed.
I was at Kibbutz Be'eri, one of the hardest hit kibbutzim in southern Israel. Members marched silently carrying photos of some of the hostages that are from Kibbutz Be'eri that are still being held in Gaza. Nearly a year later, one of the daughters of a hostage named Ohad Ben-Ami said she couldn't believe that this morning she was waking up and marking a year, and her father was marking a full year in captivity.
That's correspondent Melanie Lidman. Hamas has fired more rockets into Israel on this somber day for the Jewish state.
Hamas also said it attacked Israeli forces in different parts of Gaza on Monday. The Israeli military says 3 rockets were intercepted and a 4th fell in an open area. There were no reports of casualties or damage. The military adds it launched a wave of artillery and airstrikes overnight and into Monday to thwart what it said was an imminent attack. It said it targeted Hamas launch posts and underground military infrastructure. The fighting on the anniversary underscores the militants' resilience in the face of a devastating Israeli offensive that's killed around 42,000 Palestinians, according to local medical officials. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
On Wall Street, the Dow futures down 151. More on these stories, townhall.com.
If you understand the impact this election may have on their retirement savings, in less than 30 days, our entire economy could face a monumental shift that could destroy a huge amount of value many Americans have stored in their 401ks or IRAs. In times like these, the most trusted store of wealth in human history stands out: physical gold and silver. Many Americans have looked to True Gold Republic for help. They specialize in helping those with a 401k, IRA, or other retirement accounts convert their stocks and bonds into physical gold and silver to protect their hard-earned savings. True Gold is offering listeners a free copy of their Election Gold Protection Kit today. To claim yours, call 800-300-GOLD. This information is free and might very well save your comfortable retirement. By acting before the election, you can still make a tax and penalty-free conversion with the help of True Gold's award-winning team. Call 800-300-GOLD. That's 800-300-GOLD. True Gold Republic is not a financial advisor. Consult with your tax advisor before investing. Call 800-300-GOLD.
A former Russian deputy defense minister is facing corruption charges involving the alleged theft of more than $30 million.
It was a spectacular fall from grace. Timur Ivanov was Russia's deputy defense minister for 6 years, a Kremlin insider with particular importance after the invasion of Ukraine. But in April this year, he was arrested, accused of taking bribes in connection with the construction of defense ministry buildings. Now he's been charged with embezzling vast sums of money from a bank. Mr. Ivanov was a close ally of the defense minister Sergei Shoigu, who was sacked shortly after Mr. Ivanov's arrest. Some suggest this is all about infighting among political factions rather than crime and punishment.
The BBC's Paul Moss. A Russian court has sentenced a 72-year-old American to almost 7 years in prison for allegedly fighting as a mercenary in Ukraine. News and analysis at townhall.com. Belt tightening at Dutch airline KLM, although we don't know if it will involve any job cuts.
The measures aim to boost the carrier's finances as it continues to recover from the COVID pandemic that grounded planes worldwide. KLM CEO says along with many other airlines, KLM, quote, is suffering from high costs and shortages of staff and equipment. The carrier says the package of measures is intended to improve its operating result by $497 million in the short term.
Correspondent Jeremy House. Democratic Congressman Andy Kim and Republican Curtis Mashaw met in their first debate for New Jersey's Senate seat. The spot is open this year after Bob Menendez's conviction on bribery charges and his resignation. Kim, a 3-term representative from the 3rd District. Mashaw, a hotel developer from southern New Jersey and first-time political candidate. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This is the Peninsula's Morning News.
Todd Ortline from the KONP News Center. Here's a look at what's happening on this Monday, October 7th. 2 people were hurt Friday afternoon in a crash near Seven Cedars Casino when an SUV failed to yield and was struck by a semi-truck, according to the State Patrol. The crash happened about 2:30 Friday afternoon when 46-year-old Catherine Melcher of Squim attempted to turn onto Highway 101, but then didn't yield to an eastbound semi-truck. Troopers say Melcher was taken to Olympic Medical Center with minor injuries. Her passenger, though, 44-year-old Teresa Riley, was seriously injured and was airlifted to Harborview. The driver of the semi-truck, 23-year-old Colin Jacobs of Shelton, was not hurt. His truck had minimal damage, while Melcher's Toyota Highlander was totaled. State Patrol is investigating the crash, what they say was caused by Melcher's failure to yield. She was also cited for DUI and vehicular assault. The crash, response, and investigation backed up traffic on Highway 101 for a number of hours and for many miles Friday afternoon. Now with a look at some other things that happened over the past few days, here's Sandy Keys and his weekend wrap-up.
With the gift of another beautiful weekend, people seem to mellow out and get into trouble less. While officers did respond to fewer complaints of harassments, there were 2 at the same Woodcock Road address, 3.5 hours apart, and 2 more in Greater Port Angeles. At East 12th and the Lyre River, we had just 1 threat complaint at Hooker Road. And assaults. Assaults were down from 4 and 5 per weekend, just 1 this past weekend. Disturbances dropped from the mid-teens to 7 in Port Angeles and 1 in La Push. That's for all weekend. There were 2 cases of animal abuse at North Liberty in Port Angeles and Farrington Road. There were 2 animal bites. And officers were occupied all weekend, keeping us safe, with over 33 traffic stops and 13 welfare checks, plus 18 building checks, most of those during the hours just before and after midnight. No burglaries discovered, but authorities are investigating a theft in La Push and one in Forks and 10 in Greater Port Angeles. Our auto accident number climbed a bit, with 6 investigated in Greater Port Angeles, mostly inside the city limits, and 2 in Greater Sequim. Sandy Keys, Radio Pacific Local News.
In other news, the Sequim City Council could decide this month whether to ban fireworks sales within the city limits. A public hearing set for a week from today on October 14th at 6 p.m. If the ban is approved, it would take effect next fall, allowing one more season of fireworks sales. Current regulations permit sales in the city from June 28th to July 5th, with priority given to nonprofits benefiting youth. Firework discharges have been banned, though, since 2017, following a 2016 advisory vote in which almost 66% of residents supported that. Councilmember Kathy Downer proposed the sales ban, citing confusion due to the continued sale of fireworks despite the discharge ban. The Sequim School District prepping to ask voters to approve a bond in February that would replace Helen Haller Elementary and upgrade Sequim High School. School board recently reviewed 3 proposals ranging from $114 million to one that was $146 million. Now, the most expensive option would include a new elementary school, replacing the high school classrooms and upgrading the athletic stadium, as well as Grey Wolf Elementary and the transportation center. If approved, homeowners would pay 91 cents per thousand of assessed property value over 20 years. The district hasn't passed a bond since 1996, despite multiple attempts between 2014 and 2016. Public forums will be held later this month to gather community feedback. A final decision on whether or not to go before voters is expected by December. Clallam 2 Fire Rescue will hold 3 virtual public meetings to discuss a proposed fire levy lid lift on the November 5th ballot. It follows an unsuccessful attempt to raise the levy back in August. The meeting set for Mondays, October 14th, 21st, and 28th at 6 p.m. via Zoom. You can get the Zoom link by going to the Clallam 2 Fire Rescue's webpage. The fire district is seeking to increase its regular levy by 54 cents, raising it from 96 cents to $1.50 per thousand of assessed property value. If approved, the funds would help retain staff, fill a deputy fire chief position, and replace some outdated equipment. Homeowners with properties valued at $300,000 would see an annual increase of about $162, according to the fire district officials. Rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus type 2, a highly contagious and often fatal disease, now been detected in rabbits on Lopez and Orcas Islands. The state veterinarian's office confirmed the presence of the virus after positive test results from some suspected cases there. RHDV2 previously killed hundreds of feral and domestic rabbits in Island and here in Clallam counties back in 2019. The Washington State Department of Agriculture emphasizes vaccination is critical for controlling the disease. Rabbit owners are urged to vaccinate their animals, avoid contact with wild rabbits, and take measures to secure their hutches. Scientists out with a statement following a spike in seismic activity at Mount Adams here in the Pacific Northwest, which experienced 6 earthquakes in September of this year. That's the most in a single month since monitoring began there in 1982. In response, temporary seismic stations will be installed to better assess the activity. Despite the increase in quakes, the U.S. Geological Survey says there's no immediate cause for concern. Mount Adams is considered a high-threat volcano, with lahars, those are mudflows of rock, ash, and ice, posing the greatest risk. The last eruption occurred some 3,800 to 7,600 years ago. This is News Radio KONP.
Welcome to Volunteer Spotlight, sponsored by Jim Hagwood of PA Realty. This is Alan Barnard, and this Volunteer Spotlight shines on the American Red Cross of Clallam County. Since 1917, the Clallam County Red Cross volunteers have responded with compassion to the immediate needs of families affected by house fires, flooding, winter storms, and other human critical needs. The Red Cross of Clallam County helps families on the road to recovery with shelter, food, clothing, and connections with local agencies. If you wish to join the local Red Cross disaster team, you can complete the volunteer application form on the Red Cross website, redcross.org/volunteer. tri-state.org/volunteer and make a real difference in our community. It's said that service is the rent we pay for our space on Earth, and that's why we present this Volunteer Spotlight, sponsored by Jim Hagwood at Port Angeles Realty.
Hi, Swim homeowners. You need to re-roof your home. The timing is perfect right now. I'm John Holum, owner of Tri-State Roofing in Tacoma. We are celebrating the grand pre-opening of our second showroom in Swim, located at 151 Hooker Road. Stop by and say hi. We specialize in more than just roofs, from energy-efficient windows to siding, gutters, patio covers, and doors. And the best part is we got you covered with an incredible financing program. Do your project now and pay later. 0 down payment, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 18 months on approved credit. Experience the Tri-State way. We've got you covered. Call us at 253-ROOFING. That's 253-ROOFING. Or visit us online at tristate.pro.
Tri-State Roofing, we got you covered.
Here's your Newsradio KONP forecast, brought to you by All Weather Heating and Cooling. Overcast skies today with daytime highs approaching 63. Northeast winds around 5 miles an hour. Cloudy skies expected again tonight. Chance for isolated showers. Lows dip down to about 51. Isolated rain showers likely tomorrow. High temperatures reach up to 61. Cloudy skies expected. High temperatures reach up to 57 Wednesday, with isolated rain showers likely. 55, sunshine mixed with clouds at times Thursday. That's a look at your forecast, powered by weatherology.com. I'm Derek Height. Currently 43.
Time for a community calendar now, brought to you by Angelus Electric. Here's a look at what's happening. Need help with your Medicare questions? Contact Sheba. Our Clallam County volunteers can help you understand your Medicare rights and options and learn about prescription drug plans, Medicare Advantage plans, and supplemental plans. If you're low income, they may be able to help you save money too on Medicare. Call 1-800-562-6900, 800-562-6900, or visit insurance.wa.gov online. Dungeness River Nature Center's film series brings you Fish War, an indigenous civil rights documentary produced by Northwest Treaty Tribes Media and North 40 Productions. That's happening on October 10th at 6 p.m. at the River Center at Dungeness Railroad Bridge Park. Admission is free, although they will take some donations. On October 10th as well, learn about the wonders of sunflowers, the next in the Green Thumb Education Series from the Clallam County Master Gardeners. This talk will go from noon till 1 p.m. at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church. It is free and it is open to the public. Tweens can create and learn through free monthly science, technology, engineering, art, and math, or STEAM activities at the Port Angeles and Sequim libraries. Port Angeles Library inviting students in grades 4 through 6 to STEAM for Tweens. It'll be this Friday, the next one, on the 11th, also Thursday, November 14th, and December 12th, 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., a different activity offered each month at Sequim in their temporary location on 609 West Washington Street. Students can take part on the third Saturday of the month, so October 19th, November 16th, and December 21st from 2:30 till 3:30 p.m. The Gathering Ground Play for All Spaghetti Dinner and Silent Auction is happening this Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Guy Cole Center. Tickets are $15 at the door. All money raised will go to the next 3 phases of construction for the Gathering Ground Play for All. Straight country music series from our sister station, the Straight 102, bringing Josh Grayson to Field Hall this Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Lots of tickets still available. Come hear chart topper Josh Grayson here in Port Angeles with his full band. You can head over to Field Hall's website for all of the information and to get your tickets now. Of course, the big event this weekend along the Port Angeles waterfront, it's Crab Fest, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can get a rundown of all of the information and all of the bands and everything else that's happening by going to crabfestival.org online. On Saturday, the Friends of the Sequim Library having their monthly sale from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. at their Rock Plaza location. They've got featured Indigenous peoples and Halloween books Also of interest, some albums, children's sets, how-to and crafts, ornithology books, and some self-help New Age books, as well as some on World War II. And also coming up on October 11th, on Friday, the NOPRC hosts Free Women and Gender Expansive Empowerment Workshop. This will be at the Hub. It is free. You can just stop in from 10:30 a.m. till 1 p.m. for that event. And that's a look at what's happening. Our community calendar brought to you by Angelus Electric.
Hi, this is Ken Simpson from Angelus Electric. Since 1954, it's been our pleasure to serve the area with professional, expert electrical service. We're sponsoring the KONP Community Calendar because we know that one of the strengths of our community is the terrific work being done by our civic groups, churches, and nonprofit organizations. Please help them and contribute whenever you can, and support these groups helping to make our community a better place.
Newsradio KONP Business.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. If you're starting a new job, going into the office could pay off. Research from business consulting firm Robert Half has found that for jobs that can be done remotely, 2/3 of hiring managers are willing to pay more for new hires to be in the office. About 6 in 10 managers offer as much as 20% more in starting pay to those willing to be in the office 4 to 5 days a week. When people voluntarily change jobs, it's usually for more money or better opportunities. But changing jobs can cost you tens of thousands of dollars in retirement savings. Vanguard has found the majority of people who change jobs wind up putting less money into their 401ks because many either forget to sign up for the plan or get auto-enrolled at a lower rate. The Wall Street Journal says that could mean $300,000 less in retirement savings. Ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street, stock futures are lower. Steve Potusk, Bloomberg Radio.
Let's get another check on the roads next, brought to you this time out by Olympic Medical Center and by McCrory Carpet One.
Have you found yourself speeding to the next rest stop? If your bladder can't wait, it may be time to see a urologist. Urology is back at Olympic Medical Center. Whether you're dealing with prostate problems or incontinence, a referral to OMC's urologist could be just what you're looking for. Our new urology team is accepting appointments starting this fall. Learn more today at olympicmedical.org/urology.
Buying locally doesn't always mean paying more. At McCrory Carpet One, they're a part of a cooperative that bands together over 1,000 family businesses just like them to form the largest floor buying group in America. Together, they buy over $7 billion in flooring. That means not only do you get the best prices and quality installation, but you help support local jobs and families. For over 60 years, always priced right, always done right. McCrory Carpet One.
Newsradio KONP. Traffic and roads.
Back up to Clallam Transit's Dispatch Center we go. That's where Sheila's standing by with another update on the roads on a Monday morning for us. Good morning again, Sheila.
Good morning, everyone. Well, everything is looking pretty good out there so far. The Hood Canal Bridge is open with no scheduled closures at this time. All of our Clallam Transit buses are running on regular routes. If you'd like some ferry information, please go to WSDOT website for real-time info. This is Sheila live at Clallam Transit reporting for KONP.
All right, we like smooth going on a Monday morning, and just check the ferry system. No problems there yet. Everything running on time in and out of Seattle, at least. Right now it is 46 in Port Townsend, out at the West End, 45 in Forks, 41 in Sequim, 45 in downtown Port Angeles, and out at Fairchild Airport. They're checking in now at 43 degrees at last look.
ABC Entertainment News.
I will no longer allow any of you to keep me down.
A disappointing debut for Joker, Folie à Deux. Though it topped North American movie box offices this weekend, the Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga film took in only $40 million, half of the original Joker movie in 2019. Ticket buyers polled gave it a thumbs down. In second place, The Wild Robot added $18.7 million. Globally, it's made over $100 million.
Not sure I deserve it.
A new exhibit in New York features paintings, drawings, and sketchbooks from Johnny Depp's career called A Bunch of Stuff. Rapper Eminem announces his daughter Haley Jade is pregnant through a music video called Temporary. Keanu Reeves made his professional auto racing debut at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Saturday, a 45-minute Toyota spec racing event. Reeves spun into the grass without a crash and then got back in. Chuck Severson, ABC News.
Well, a new way to tool around SeaTac Airport for some folks. They're testing a self-driving electric wheelchairs, part of a pilot program with Alaska Airlines. The 10 autonomous vehicles introduced in mid-August are being used at the C and D gates at SeaTac. Travelers with mobility issues go through security with a traditional wheelchair assistance, then use the automated wheelchairs, selecting their route via a touchscreen and off to the gate. Developed by WHILL or Wheel, the wheelchairs use cameras and sensors to navigate and avoid obstacles. Once a traveler reaches their gate, the wheelchair automatically returns to its starting point. The trial runs through the middle of December, with potential plans for some long-term use there at SeaTac.
America Then and Now, a daily look at our unique heritage. In a moment, the birth of an American patriot. More after this.